Hi there, welcome to my channel and welcome to my local woods, almost. It's not that local actually. I've been hiking up by the river to get some drone footage and to check on some eagles nesting there. I didn't see the eagles, but I did get some drone footage. And walking back, I thought, you know, today I want to make a video that upsets a lot of people, as you do, you know. Now, there are a few things that I need to say, and it is going to upset some people, but I don't care. It is what it is, and it needs to be said. Okay, so here goes. There are lots of channels, and some of them very big, here on YouTube, that have gotten... What they've done is that they jumped or climbed down the rabbit holes, and they're still down there. They don't have a ladder, and they are down in the rabbit hole, and to them everything is a conspiracy. So let me explain what I mean by this. And what I'm talking about is typically some prepper channels, some guy sitting in a room talking politics. I'm not talking about all the channels where someone is doing that, but I think you know which channels I'm referring to. And also the channels where you have some people sitting there in a suit in front of a green screen, and it looks like a TV newsroom, right? And they claim to bring you the truth, the real truth about whatever. These days it's typically the war in Ukraine, and they know the truth. So it's those channels, and it's all bad news, and it's always like the world is going to end tomorrow or next week, and we will have food shortage in a few days. Now, don't get me wrong, there are problems, and there is even food shortage in places, and I've talked about that myself. It was, you know, I can link to that video, or you can find it yourself here on my channel. But the point is, there are at least two things I have to say about this. First, I know that these people don't know, typically they don't know what they're talking about, and I'll get back to that. And my second point here is that when your outlook on life is like that, it will crush you. It's extremely unhealthy. Now, I know why these people are doing this. Money. And they will claim that YouTube is censoring them and YouTube is working against them. Rubbish. That's nonsense. Typically videos like that get lots of views, millions of views sometimes. And when I have talked about these issues, those videos get a lot more views than my other videos. Again, we need to, and I've said this many times, we need to address these issues. But if that's what your channel is about, and it's all bad news every day, I don't think that's good. Okay? Now, I know that they, I'll start again. I know for a fact that they don't know the truth. They will claim to bring you the truth, but I'm pretty sure that's just rubbish. Why is that? Well, there are things I know. You know, I know quite a bit about Norway. I live in Norway, and I try to keep up with the news and stuff, you know, and what's happening here. And what I have noticed is that those times that they have talked about Norway, they have, I think, these channels, they've always been wrong. they've always jumped onto, well, they've always been uncritical and used fake news. I could give you many examples. And I can sit there and tell you, no, it's not true. It's fake news. It's completely made up in many cases. And if it's not completely made up, it's blown out of proportions. But it gets them the views and the money. And that's what it's all about. I think it's unethical. I think that, yes, we should address these issues, and I certainly have done that myself. But life is about more than that, okay? So I would say this, a prepper channel without any prepping is not a prepper channel, is it? If you don't go out there and experience and maybe even teach survivalism, you're just some guy sitting there in a room. And I'm sorry to say this, but you know, they will claim that yes, I do that, but I don't show it on camera. Well, why not? Now, I don't doubt that some of these people are actually out there you know, getting that dirt time and growing vegetables and all of that stuff. But if you're not showing that, it's telling me that your videos are only about getting the clicks, getting the views, making the money. Making money is an honest thing, but you need to apply some ethics into this. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to say is more like, you know, it's not about YouTubers, it's about, you know, us people, human beings in general. There is a lot that could be said about what has been happening for the last few years. And I will sum it up by saying that in general, and with good reason, we have lost trust completely to authorities, mainstream media, and so on. And I think that if you trust those still, maybe you're a little bit naive. I'm sorry to say that. Again, this is a video that will upset quite a lot of people. But I'm getting messages, you know, and people reach out on Instagram and so on, and they are still down in that rabbit hole, and they have dug deeper and deeper and deeper, and now they believe in all sorts of crazy stuff. And I think that's really sad, because these people will typically say that, or all the other people those who don't believe what I believe, they are naive and they don't have a sense of critical thinking. Really? When you believe in all sorts of crazy stuff that you read on the internet, or you know, see on videos on other platforms, in videos on other platforms, where's your sense of critical thinking? I think you don't have that at all, you know. And I sort of made fun of the flat earthers in the video, because I think we all should do that. And they didn't like that. And I was surprised at how many there are who believe that the earth is flat. And you know, I'll say it again, the earth is not flat. And I shouldn't have to say that. So I'll give you a few seconds to write your angry, hateful comments about how I am naive, and I have been conditioned to think that the earth is round, you know. So please do write your angry little comments. Yeah, so I think it's sad when people are still down in that rabbit holes. They jumped into the rabbit holes without a ladder, and some of them, I fear, they will never get back up. So, it felt good to say this, and it needs to be said. Um, we need to apply some common sense and some critical thinking, logic. Not everything is a conspiracy. So please, let's all be humble, thinking, logical, critical human beings. And let's not, us YouTubers, let's not be, let's not try to make money on fear mongering. It's not okay, you know, it's not okay.